What's up, Steeler Nation? Thanks for tuning in to our first episode on Cold as Steel. Here with me, I got DJ and Doug. We'd like to introduce ourselves for the first episode. Doug, do you want to start?
I thought I was going to go last, but yeah. So I'm in the military just like DJ, and I got stationed here 4 years ago. And then it was like close to a year ago, I met you because your neighbor Clint I worked with. And then I saw your garage. And I was like, oh, that's dope. And then he's like, oh, yeah, he's a big Steelers fan. I was like, oh, I'm a big Steelers fan too. And then we started talking and everything, and then started coming over for games. And then DJ moved in. He's the only one from Pennsylvania, by the way. So,
right. Spoiler.
Right. I am not. I'm a military brat, and I grew up all over, but I ended up in California. And the reason I'm a Steelers fan, because I guess we're getting into that, right, is because my dad was a Steelers fan, and I pretty much inherited all of his teams. And I only switched teams once, and it was when I was like 7. I was like, Cordell Stewart was our quarterback, and I'm like, I'm sick of losing, Dad. I'm sick of losing all the time. And my dad looked at me, because that's what you do to a 7-year-old. You're like, you know what? He said, Douglas, you're a man. You have the right to pick your own team. I think I've told you this story, and I was like,
just a couple of times.
Yeah, I was like, you're right. But for the sake of the podcast. Right. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna pick a team. He goes, well, which one do you want? And I was 7, so I picked the team that I had the coolest uniform. So I picked the Jaguars. And then he's like, ironic, we play them this Sunday. Good luck to you. And I think we had a losing season that year, and then we played the Jaguars that Sunday. And Carnell Lake just went off, had like 3 interceptions. And at halftime, the Jags were getting their asses kicked. And I was just like, Dad, I don't want to be a Jags fan anymore. He goes, you want to be a Steelers fan again? I said, yeah. He goes, welcome back, son. We're happy to have you. Like he was like in the organization or something. Like he was like blessing it. And then after that, I haven't switched. And then I just got really into it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good Steelers becoming of a fan story.
Right. It was a long time ago.
DJ,
how
about you?
Yep. So I just moved to Alaska back in September. Lived in Florida for a while, but I'm from Pittsburgh. And once we actually have the video going, you'll be able to see the garage setup we got. But Steven is on the similar level to Steeler fandom that I am. Some say it's an obsession. I don't see it that way. I call it loyalty. But
that's good. I like that.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, like I said, I'm from Pittsburgh. So I bring all of the craziness with me. My family could attest to that. And I think it was like 2 days after I moved in, I had heard my neighbor was a Steelers fan, and I just happened to come out when his garage was open. And yeah, that was too easy. It went from not knowing anybody here to having a crew to watch football with every Sunday. And yeah, I'm happy to have this platform to talk about Steelers. And
yeah, it was something I wasn't expecting when I set up my man cave in the garage. Who would have thought that my neighbors that I thought were pretty sweet moved out, and I was like, I was worried about who was moving in. Saw a Steelers sticker on the car that was touring the house at the time when it was up for sale, and I'm like, man, that'd be freaking sweet if that was them. Sure enough, that's who got it.
It was wild. Our first game all over here was the same game. It was week 2, I want to say, right after Cincinnati last year.
Yeah.
Like we came over.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah. That was wild.
Oh, it was week 2, yeah.
Well, the link.
Yeah. Well, it was Bills week?
Yeah.
Which week was it?
It was definitely a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was because I remember after the game, we're like, guys, we're tied for number 1 in the division. Because all the other teams in the division lost. That's why we're like, guys, we got this. Yeah. We got them right where we want them.
That's what we thought.
No, well, the link too, because Clint, I worked with Clint
which
Because
was
you
the
guys
previous
don't know him.
neighbor.
You'll never know him. You'll never know. He's not a football guy. But I was stationed overseas with him, and then I was here with him, and then he was deployed with you.
Yep. Randomly met him in Qatar.
Right. And I met DJ because he was neighbors with him, and we had a yard sale. And then you moved in. He told me about you before you got here, and it just all worked out. But DJ, you're the Alaska person.
Yeah.
How are
that-
you a Steelers fan?
Oh, how am I?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was born and raised in Alaska. My family wasn't about sports at all, but for some reason, I ended up turning the TV on back when I was 6 years old. This story is according to my mom because I don't really remember it that well. But I had the TV on, football was on, and I'm like, Mom, I like this team. The colors are really cool. And it was the Steelers. It was their logo. I thought it was legit. Black and yellow, too. So I'm like, I got to keep watching this, Mom. So she's like, okay. And she hooked it up. She found out when the next time they played, turned it on again for me, watched it again. Ever since then, just kept watching them, never changed, never looked back. So my story is pretty simple. But we just wanted to get together and talk football and mainly Steelers with you guys. Kind of go off of the past season, the upcoming season, stats, schedules, players. Just talk football.
Yeah. All right, so let's just get into it. So every week we want to, we've talked about it. We're going to bring up like one Steelers topic to go off of for the episode, and then we're going to go off like a news topic for what's happened around the league and then the Steelers, et cetera, et cetera. And I think this week's topic, did we pick a for sure topic, or is it just going to be my
We have a few things we can talk about. It's nothing that
I just wanted to touch on
Do you
this
just want to get it
because
out?
it's ruining my life. So my comrades here.
Are we really going to dive right into it?
Yeah,
you-
we're
do you
going
not
right.
want to?
We are going
No,
to
I'm
this.
just.
I mean, now
I'm
we're
laughing
here.
at it because it is eating
I
at
have
you.
Jeremy here too. He was there. You didn't have him before. Neither of you jerks had him there last time we were talking about it. And so I was alone, and you guys ganged up on me.
This isn't going to go the way you think it's going to go.
I feel that it is. So
Let's hear it.
Deontay Johnson, Steelers' #1 wide receiver.
Yes, he is.
My stance. You guys tell him your stance first, and then
Why?
I'll go into mine.
I'll tell him mine.
Okay, go.
Deontay
Go, go, go.
Johnson is the #1 receiver on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Period.
Period, as in
As in,
talent-wise
As
and
in-
statistics or depth
as in,
chart.
until something drastic changes, he is the guy.
Go ahead, Steven.
All right. He's the guy at the start of the season. He's #1. 6 games in, it's going to be George Pickens.
So you obviously,
Absolutely.
by saying 6 games in, you think Pickens is going to take him because you think Pickens is better.
Yeah. But right
So
now,
talent-wise,
no,
he's not the #1.
because he's inexperienced.
Write a depth
Right?
chart right now.
And
I don't
also,
have to write it. Everybody knows what the depth chart is.
#1.
Okay.
Let's go.
It just. All right. He can't catch. He runs backwards, and he fumbles,
he runs backwards.
and does not score touchdowns.
That's not fair. He only
Kenny
scored like
Pickett
7
had
touchdowns.
7 throwing touchdowns this year,
Okay,
Or
and 4 of them went to Pickens.
2022.
And
4 of them were to
went
Pickens. Yeah, and
rookie,
the other ones were probably to
inexperienced
Muth.
rookie you just talked about. The inexperienced
One was
rookie.
Najee.
One was Najee, a game winner. Great pass.
That was a beautiful game.
Great pass. But you asked me last week, because with the way I laid it out, I said DJ is going to be Deontay Johnson, not DJ, for the sake of this podcast. Deontay Johnson is our #2, or so he's our #3 receiver.
That's crazy.
Okay, hey.
Yeah.
No,
let
see,
me
that's
go.
what I
Let
don't
me
agree
go.
with
Hey,
at
hey,
all.
hey, hey.
That right there.
Let me
We should just
explain.
start talking about something else.
No, sir. Listen, because Pickens
crazy.
is talent-wise,
It's
he's gonna
absolutely
be our
crazy.
number. Listen, hear me out. Can you hear me out? Pickens is going to be our #1. The Steelers
Yes,
need to pick
he's
up a
gonna be.
#2 in free agency because Deontay Johnson is not the one. He is a slot receiver at best.
Would you put Juju over him?
Yes. 100%.
That's a tough one.
His physicality, his size, he can catch better. Reliability.
I don't know. That one's a tough one.
It's
That even
he
got
can
me
block.
stumped a little bit.
He can block.
Juju can block way better
Okay.
than Johnson.
All right. So you asked me last week, name a number 2 in the league that was better than Deontay Johnson. So you didn't even go number 3. So you really
Yeah,
sold
number
yourself
2.
short on that
Yeah,
one.
I know who you
said
went.
T. Higgins right out the gate.
T.
So you
Higgins,
said,
I know.
well, that's different.
Yeah, but
So I started thinking about it a little bit, and then I thought of Waddle. Would you say Waddle? Would you rather have
Jalen Waddle is not
Jalen Waddle's
better
like
than
You would take
identical.
Jalen Waddle over Deontay
No.
Johnson.
they are almost identical.
Except one
Waddle's
doesn't drop the
faster.
football. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, but I think Johnson's better.
The only
route
thing
runner.
Waddle-
Jeremy, you wouldn't? You can't hear Jeremy, but
Jeremy
You
says
want a
no.
microphone? We get you a microphone.
we have another one.
Darius Slay just came out with his top 5 wide receivers to guard. And yes, Darius Slay is a phenomenal cornerback,
Okay.
especially right now. He's locking people down.
What about
5, Chris
Bro, I
Olave.
swear to God, if you bring up that wish.com article
It's
that
not.
DJ sent
It is
out,
not.
on
I'm not going to
Instagram.
say whose article it is. I don't know if we can or not yet. We're still figuring everything out. But anyways, top 5. 5, Chris Olave. 4, Deontay Johnson. In front of them, CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin, and Justin Jefferson.
you mean
Lamb.
Olave, the rookie?
Yes.
So the thing you talked about, inexperience with Pickens again, Olave, who got drafted the same year, yes? Am I wrong?
Yeah. No. That's why I'm saying you got to give Pickens some more time, and then Pickens is going to be the number one
Ohio
receiver.
State, thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy is a big Ohio State fan.
Yeah. No, I would take, dude. I'm gonna start going
So-
through each
so-
team in my mind.
So the thing that
you
people
would
aren't
take, you
going
would
to
take
really
Johnson
agree
over
with you.
Gallup.
Who?
Yes.
Say
Yes.
it again. I couldn't
Okay,
hear you.
Michael
All right,
Gallup?
Okay.
Say it
Okay.
again.
That's one team. I'm
Michael
sifting
Gallup.
through.
Oh, yeah.
Next.
Do you have the other 31 teams pulled up?
Well, who's the number 1 on Dallas then?
No.
You knew
we
I was
need to
gonna
get
go
Jeremy a
there.
mic because he needs to be jumped
because
in on
you knew
this.
I was gonna go there because of our
Yeah,
conversation.
this is
So in
another
your
episode.
in your mind, CeeDee Lamb's the number 2, right, Jeremy?
No, you
No,
can speak
you
into the
can't
mic.
hear anything.
but we can.
Is CeeDee Lamb a number 1 receiver?
I think by the end of the season, CeeDee Lamb.
There's all these stipulations with you guys. By the end of the season, by the 6th game, right now.
It's a 16-game season. I mean, things
You told me
change.
at the end of last year, CeeDee Lamb was not a number 1 wide receiver.
He wasn't.
Would you take him over Deontay Johnson?
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb
Yeah,
over Johnson?
yeah.
I might even take him over Johnson.
I would 100% take him over Johnson.
But I wouldn't take. I mean, you can make an argument for Waddle. I think Waddle only became Waddle when they got
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
say that about Juju.
Yeah,
You
look
say
at
that
look
about
at look
Antonio
at
Brown.
look at Deontay Johnson. Think of who was throwing him the ball last year.
Tua.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
no,
Deion,
I'm sorry.
No,
what'd
no,
you
no,
say?
no. You
said
had
Waddle.
Mitchell Trubisky, garbage. Sorry.
He threw the ball more to him than he did to.
And then you got a rookie
Pickens.
coming in and throwing the ball with Todd Haley as the offensive coordinator. No, I'm sorry.
Canada.
Going way too
Well, you
far
went
back.
way
Way too far
back.
back.
I
Matt
wish we had Todd
Canada.
Haley. I wish
as
we
the
had
off-
Todd
yeah, I know.
Haley again.
Matt Canada as the offensive coordinator, making Kenny Pickett just do nothing basically. And then you have George Pickens lined up on the side of Deontay.
I can't.
Everyone's gonna look at Johnson.
I can't. Okay, I can't go. I can't argue against the offensive scheme laid out by Matt Canada because he was trash. Trash, right? I think we can all agree at this
Yes.
coffee table that he was trash. So I can't.
That's
go off of
something I
that,
can
but I
agree
can
on
only
with you.
compare what I've seen. It wasn't Deontay Johnson's first year. I think Washington was
But it
better.
was Kenny Pickett's first year.
What?
I do. I think that he got sold short. Ask Ben Roethlisberger. He agrees.
Call him up.
No, he said it. He said it that that Washington was the guy. He was upset when they were letting him go.
Yeah.
He had hands.
He did pretty good.
He could catch. I would take Claypool over Deontay Johnson.
Now you're
Come
you're just-
on.
Okay,
the
that-
bourbon's
all right,
talking
I
now.
was just trying to win right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna retract that last one.
Oh no.
I don't. Why do
See,
you guys like him
I can
so
see
much?
your argument for whether he's a 1 or a 2, but he is not a 3.
Absolutely
he is
not.
not. Doug's holding up a 3, and he is not.
He's a slot receiver. He's what, 5'10" at best.
So right now,
So
Runs
he's
a
the
4'5", 4'6".
so he's the same level as Sims.
Huh? Can I
Yeah.
go off a 40 time height and weight?
Otherwise, Tyreek Hill wouldn't be number one.
Well, yeah, but what's his 40 time?
fast.
I don't know. Second.
A 4'2".
Let's look it up. I'll look it up.
What? Look up Deontay Johnson's 40 time.
Yeah, but our number 3 is Steven Sims.
That's why I said we have to pick up
Yep.
another receiver. We need another receiver.
But you're saying Deontay's a 3?
He has a skill level of a 3.
No, come on.
And historic Pittsburgh Steelers receiver cores, come on now. You're talking at one point we had Mike Wallace, Antonio Brown, and Emmanuel Sanders is our trio.
Well, now that's where the conversation changes, though. Now you're putting it against, you're comparing them against
Jeremy's chiming in.
historical Steeler wide receiver cores. When you put it in that conversation, well, then yeah, I would say that your argument's valid.
Right.
When you're talking about
Hit-
the current wide
Yeah,
receiver
we're talking about
core,
current today.
then
I'm not saying our wide receiver core
We're
is
talking about
good.
who's going to line up in this upcoming season.
We always have to judge our receiver core like what makes an elite receiver core, right? And an elite receiver core off of Steelers history, et cetera, because we usually have a really good receiver core. Mm-hmm. Like I would say, drafting wise, I would
Oh, they're
say
the best
that
at
the Steelers
drafting
are the
receivers.
best at drafting receivers,
Hands down.
and not paying them so they go to other teams. I think that we're the best. So when you put it in that conversation, he's a number 3.
No. Johnson's 40 time was 4.53.
4.53 for that size. It's not that great. It's not that great. He weighs what, 180, 185,
I'm not sure.
4'5'3", 5'10", 5'9". He's a
I'll never agree with you on the third spot.
No.
that.
Did you say Wes Welker was better at one point?
Don't even.
No, what was his 40?
I think he ran a 4.6. But that was different. That was way different.
4.65 for Wes Welker.
That was a number one for somebody for a long time.
A long time.
He had an offensive coordinator too. Okay, would Wes Welker be good on the Steelers right now? No, he wouldn't. In his prime, he wouldn't be good. He's too slow to get out by the time that Kenny Pickett gets sacked. Okay, you guys still never said why you like him.
What?
You never said why you like him so much.
Why I like him?
Yeah, him, Deontay Johnson.
Because he's the best receiver we have right now.
Oh, that's a bad attitude to have.
That is not.
Well, that's
So
true,
you're
though.
saying he's the best we got
Yes.
behind Pickens.
Yes.
Okay, I'll accept your response. What's yours?
But, well, behind, okay, so, like I said, Johnson's starting the year as the number 1. And he could keep that spot. But I see Kenny Pickett and George Pickens connecting way more, and Pickens becoming the number 1 because of their connection. And you saw it last year.
I'm not looking at the stats in front of me right now, but does he not lead the league in drops in the past 3 or 4 years?
I don't think he actually leads them. He was definitely up
He's
there 2
he's
years
up
ago.
there. He's one of the, if not in the top 3 of most drops.
You'd be surprised he's also in that conversation.
Exactly.
Who? Yeah, but their
Didn't we
production on
see-
the other end, though, is way higher. He's not a deep threat. Is he a deep threat?
A deep threat?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say so.
So he's a slot receiver. He has to rely on his routes.
Yeah.
So by that,
Would you take him over Juju Smith-Schuster right now? If you could trade him right now,
That's tough because I love Juju. He's
Yeah,
one of my
that's-
favorite players.
Would
The
you
thing
trade
with
him?
Juju is
Different.
he's
oh, that's different.
Yeah,
He's
that's
all
Juju.
around.
That's different.
That's Juju. We didn't want him to leave.
So if Johnson left and Juju came back, would you be upset?
Well, no.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. What are we doing?
What are we doing here then?
You can't bring Juju into that conversation.
Oh, I can't
Hey,
bring into a receiver.
Do you want to hear about the stat leaders for the most drops?
What's the span of time?
This is just last year.
Go ahead. Even
Jamar
though-
Chase, Gabriel Davis, Travis Kelce.
So you would take Jamar Chase, or you would take Johnson over Jamar Chase and Travis Kelce?
Absolutely not.
So what are we doing here?
You're the one who's saying that he has the
Because
most
they
drops, and
have
that's
high
why.
ends. What was Deontay Johnson's high end? What did he contribute to the offense? I'll take those drops if he's a nightmare. He's Travis Kelce. You have to double cover him.
He is double
You have
covered.
you have an argument for him not being a number one,
Oh my god.
but not all the way to 3. It's not going to happen.
He draws double coverage.
Even Jeremy's shaking his head.
I don't think he does.
Then they weren't double covering Pickens.
I think it was a bad offensive. We can't go into that because the offensive scheme was so
know.
bad. You know what I mean? You can't look at
All right.
what we did. We ran play
So-
action less than any other team in the NFL.
Let's pause the Johnson argument.
You're
Since
right,
you
you're
think you think he's a number 3, which put Pickens as number 1, who's going to be our number 2? Are we going to draft someone from the draft this
No.
year, or are we
No.
going to pick up a free
I
agent?
think you pick up a free agent. You have enough young bodies in there. I think you pick up a free agent. Continuity, you know.
Someone who can bump Deontay Johnson to 3rd?
No, I think it would help out the team most if he's third. I mean, Juju's on the table.
I want Juju back. I think every person in the Steeler Nation wants Juju
Who is it?
back.
Chart?
I think Juju wants to come
Chart's
back.
on
He
the
won a
table?
Super Bowl. Just come back and play for the black
That's what
and
I'm
gold.
saying. He helped out. Some would say he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He did, technically.
All right. What about Chark? I thought Chark was on it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a free agent.
Chart.
Let's see.
But what Deontay could do for the team as a number 3 is more than he could do as a number 2, like a quick little slot, you know what I mean, in his fancy little plays.
Okay, now I will give you, if we draft Kenny's best friend from Pitt, that will bump Deontay.
And then you have all these new kids in there at receiver.
Yeah, but look what freaking Jamar Chase and Burrow are doing.
I don't even think we have to pick someone up. I think we draft someone maybe like 4th round. We have Calvin. Wow, damn! What is his name?
He had one catch.
Calvin Austin?
You're talking about
Yeah,
the
Calvin
one
Austin
catch?
the 3rd, I think.
No, Calvin
the
Austin's the
second?
guy that didn't
that
get
was
on the
hurt?
field. Yeah.
Who was the one guy at the
Sims.
Simmons.
Yeah,
he had
Calvin
the one
Austin the
catch.
third.
I was all about it. I'm not gonna lie. I
He was
like,
out.
That's our guy.
Yeah.
That's
Out
our guy.
all
He had
year
one
last year.
catch.
He's gonna step up.
You have the tight end.
Yeah,
We have
Moose.
the tight end. We have a
Got the-
receiver.
We
We
got
need a-
Anthony Miller still.
I forgot about him.
He's forgetful. But we have the running back. We have which running backs are kind of a weird conversation in the NFL nowadays.
No, but we have good ones. Harris.
Yeah, but Harris is going to leave when we don't pay him because that's the Steeler way.
Yeah, see,
Harris
we,
isn't going to be
we
a
had
Steeler for more than 4 years.
two wide receivers out the whole year last year. That could easily be a 3rd wide receiver. Calvin Austin and Anthony Miller.
And we don't know.
What do you mean we don't know?
It's because they were hurt, so we don't know what they could have done. You know, they could be
Yeah.
great.
They
But-
could be. And that's what we're going to see in training camp, and hopefully they stay healthy.
We need a backup quarterback.
No, we're going to keep Mitch. And that's fine.
I'd rather Najee
Yes.
Harris go in at quarterback.
We need linebackers.
Absolutely.
We don't have any middle linebackers. We
None.
don't have any starting middle linebackers.
None that could cover a tight end.
That's been a problem in Pittsburgh for years, though. We just don't like covering them. We just kind of let them run around.
Yep.
We need 2 linemen, I think.
Yep.
2 linemen. We need a left tackle and a guard. And I'm not sure about the center, how he played out this year.
He was fine. I don't think he had any
Was he
issues.
fine, or was it that we were getting sacked so quick off the edge that we don't even
It
know
didn't
if he
matter.
was good or not? You know, he's like, hey,
That's
I just
valid.
got to slow him down a little bit.
I think
and
they
I'm
stepped it
doing all
up
right.
at the end of the year.
We had no
the
run
last 6
game,
games.
though.
Yeah, the last 6 games they did.
Against the Ravens, we had a run game.
There was a few really good games that Najee went off on, and
Right, it's
Thanks
not
to the
his
offensive
fault at
line,
all
too.
he had a bad year.
Hmm?
It's not his fault at all he had a bad year.
no.
Because
I'm just saying, like, the offensive line finally figured something out to help move forward. But that could also be Pickett actually moving downfield too.
Yeah.
I mean, Najee can't take the ball when they're doing jet sweeps every other play.
God, I hate the jet sweep so bad. I want Matt Canada to leave so bad. I want him to leave. And I think he's ruining every forum I get on. They just talk big trash about Matt Canada.
Yeah, what good has he done for us?
Okay, let me play devil's advocate here for a minute. Let me think about this. All right, his first year is Ben Roethlisberger's last year,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
They didn't have a line anymore.
You know what you're going to get.
The receiver core was, what was our number one, Claypool? Roethlisberger's
Johnson.
last year?
Johnson
Yeah, so
was
it worked out
number
really
one.
well. So we'll keep going back to that, how well it worked out.
We had Johnson, Claypool, and Juju.
Juju was hurt the majority of the season
Yeah.
with a shoulder injury.
Yep. Dislocated.
And they still made the playoffs. I don't know how. His second year, he basically played 3 different quarterbacks. So maybe he's not that bad.
Maybe. If this year he doesn't produce more than 7 passing touchdowns, then he's that bad.
Will Tomlin fire him?
Nope.
Tomlin will after this year.
It's his last year of his contract, so it'll be easy.
He's bye-bye. If he doesn't do good. But the thing is I think saying this, you guys would agree with me that the Steelers have high chances of making the playoffs this year. Which they already did. They were very close last year with a rookie quarterback. The whole team was hurt, which is one player, TJ Watt.
Yeah, that is the whole defense.
Yeah.
On defense, that's another issue. The defensive stats were skewed because look how many pass yards we gave up. I think a lot of times our red zone was really good and we got lucky a lot of times, but even in the run game, it wasn't great. Mm-hmm. We don't have any cornerbacks. They're gonna re-sign Cam
Well,
Sutton.
we can talk about that for the draft. Are we going to do Joey Porter Jr. or Emmanuel Forbes? Emmanuel Forbes, I like. He's a big corner.
We have
And
two first-round draft picks. So that's
Technically, yeah.
So that's a big deal. We have to take a lineman. I don't think they can go any other way but picking a lineman with that first pick.
I want Joey Porter Jr. Penn State. That's my team.
Don't
He
you
wants
feel
to be
that's
there.
a skewed,
That
that's
helps.
a
No,
biased
I have
one?
Jeremy
I
wants
have
him.
watched him.
That is
Dallas has been
biased.
talking about him.
It's not biased.
I'm not
watched
saying
him.
it. Okay, I'm not saying he's not good, but I'm saying in your position, it's biased.
Yeah, you know why? Because if not, he's going to go to Dallas, and then we're going to have to hear Jeremy talk about how they have our player.
Well, you gotta.
Yeah,
think.
and then we're gonna have to hear
Is
him
it
cry when they
biased?
lose in the first
Is
round
it
of the
biased?
playoffs with the most stacked
Because you got
team in
Jeremy
the NFL.
over here. He's wanting him. It means he's a good player.
He is a good player.
I would rather have Emmanuel Forbes.
I'm convinced that the Dallas Cowboys, and this is just because Jeremy's here, I'm fully convinced that the Dallas Cowboys could have 11 Pro Bowlers on defense and still lose in the first round of the playoffs.
If Dak
Because they will
Prescott's leading.
find a way.
Dak Prescott will throw it to the other team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't
Yes.
argue with you on that one.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you can, but
Our quarterback is.
not all your fans.
Our draft
do.
needs offensive tackle,
Offensive tackle. We suck
Cornerback.
at drafting cornerbacks.
And then a linebacker.
I told you guys the other
And
day
then
in the
obviously
text
further
group,
down.
when I texted you guys, I think we need to not sell the farm. I know I said sell the farm, but I think we need to maybe trade our second round draft pick.
The 32nd.
Yeah,
For Ramsey,
for Ramsey.
I agree.
That could be good. He seems like he's fallen off a little bit, but
The whole Rams
you never
team
know
seemed
going to
like
another
they
team.
fell
Yeah.
off a little bit last year, though.
Say that again.
The whole Rams franchise
Oh.
fell off a little bit last year. But
Absolutely.
you're talking the year before that, everybody, Pro Bowler, everybody was about Ramsey, and he's going to fall off in 1 year. How old is he? Do you
I don't know.
Kelly? How old Ramsey is? He can't be that old. By the way, Kelly is DJ's wife. She's our producer
/ content
/
manager.
content manager / social media extraordinaire.
He's
28?
He's
Oh,
28.
come on.
Come on now.
He's
That's
in his
crazy.
prime.
We trade a draft pick for him. If
Would
we
you
can do
trade
that,
our second
No.
first
Oh.
round pick for him?
Yes.
the 32nd pick.
Yeah. And money. I would do
Man,
it.
that's
and
tough because
money.
it depends on who you. So, yes, because you could go the 17th pick with an offensive tackle, and then you draft or you trade your 32nd pick, probably another pick or a player for Ramsey because you know you're gonna get something that is productive from Ramsey.
Right.
And hopefully his spark ignites again because, like you guys said, last year the Rams sucked. No one did anything good on that team.
Well, and they didn't have what Wade or whatever his name was, their defensive coordinator.
I don't remember.
So their defensive coordinator, like their money D coordinator, he was there the year they lost. And I'm behind on this. I apologize, but he was there the year they lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That super low-scoring Super Bowl
Yeah.
that they
Oh
had.
God, yeah.
One of the
He
best.
was the D coordinator in that, and I think they lost him or whatever else. But he, dude, you get Ramsey, and you don't make him the number one corner. You make him the number two corner. You do like that whole Darrelle Revis thing.
You make him a number 2.
Yeah, Darrelle Revis wasn't. He would always lock down the number 2 receiver.
Oh, okay,
You know what I'm saying?
I see. I see what you're saying.
And then you have your Revis Island situation going on, but with Ramsey. And then we tell your favorite cornerback on the team, Cam Sutton.
Cam, sometimes Sutton,
Sometimes Sutton.
sometimes
Have
Sutton.
you
We call him
seen-
that because he sometimes does good,
It's either good or
and
bad.
sometimes it's just terrible.
It's never in between. He never
And he
does
can
his
never have a
job.
steady game.
No. It's either he
So.
makes a great play or he lets a touchdown.
Cam, sometimes Sutton.
Edmonds, your favorite player.
Edmonds is my favorite player, so to speak.
You hate him.
He played really well last year.
And you said bad things
And I
about him
said
the whole
bad things.
season. Every game.
Yep. Bad things. But the last 5-6 games, he played his ass off.
We're good. But I get all this shade from talking bad about Deontay Johnson. And you guys have your hates too.
We do. We do.
We all hate Bush though.
I'm
we all
saying
hate Bush.
thing, and I'm like, yeah.
We do. We
trying to
do.
think of. So for defense, we need a corner. We need a linebacker, middle
Two of 'em.
linebacker, because like you just said, we all hate Devin Bush because he has not
So-
played good
what
since
a
his
letdown.
ACL tear.
What a letdown.
We need 2 of them because
We
Spillane,
do need to.
I think
good.
Spillane's good.
Spillane's a second.
I think he
string.
stays in.
He is a no.
he's a relief.
He's a solid relief linebacker. I agree with DJ. He is money when
I
he
don't think
comes
we're
in
gonna
in the
find
relief.
2 start-worthy
No, that's why you have
middle
to draft
linebackers.
one,
Well, maybe one.
and then you sign another one.
Miles Jack
talking
was
about Steelers.
under
Old boy from the
performing.
Seahawks.
Bobby Wagner.
Yeah,
Wagner's going back to Seattle.
he's coming to the Steelers. Wagner's coming to the Steelers.
He's not going to Dallas.
Call it here.
Jeremy says Dallas.
I don't know if these Dallas fans know
I think-
what that thing
I
is.
think
What do you call it? The
Dallas
salary
fans
cap?
are just thinking that
They
they're going
have
to get
no
everybody in the
idea.
free agency.
Right. The
No one
Cowboy
wants to
fans
go there.
No idea what a salary cap is. And every big time player, any Cowboys fan is getting, just like Jeremy's would do, they're coming here. And I'm like, you only got so much money. and you gave it all to Zeke. What the Cowboys sent it all to Zeke, all that money, and to Dak. How much of your salary cap are they taking up? Those two players. Zeke's getting cut.
I think
you're
that's
gonna
what I
take a
read,
hit
too.
That's
on
why
your
you
salary
tagged-
cap.
Pollard. Yeah.
You're gonna take a hit. If
You know what's
cut
funny is
Zeke,
all
you're
that
gonna
money
take a
that
hit.
you
They
have in
have to
Zeke.
cut him.
Not a
and
big
Dak.
one. Like what is it, $5 million or something like that?
It's like a, it'll be dead money, but
Yeah, it's $5 million or something.
so much more back. And
Yeah. So, yeah,
You gotta cut them.
you have to. You have to cut Zeke.
Yeah, I agree.
All right,
That's a
but-
Cowboys topic.
That is a
Oh, that's
Cowboys.
good.
Once
We'll
Jeremy gets the
we'll
mic,
get into that later.
we'll hop
whenever
in there
Jeremy's
and
here.
we'll chat about that
Yeah,
one.
well, I'm sorry, I'm getting off.
That's a
topic.
whole
Do we play the
episode.
Cowboys next year? This year?
No,
I don't think we do.
Jeremy's on it.
Jeremy's like in the Super Bowl.
No, we played him this year,
Hey.
didn't we? No, we didn't.
No,
No, that
No, we
would've
played
been-
him.
we played them last year.
We
had to
I
play
think
him
we played
2
him when
years
we
ago.
went 11-0 and we barely beat that
Oh, we
backup
played the,
quarterback.
We
I
played
can't
the
remember his name.
NFC East this year, or NFC South.
West.
One's- yeah, the Panthers.
Because we
and
ran.
No,
them
we played the
all.
West because
we lost to the Panthers.
No, we didn't. Not
Yeah,
this
we
year.
did.
No, we beat the
This year we
Panthers.
went
That's the one
undefeated.
Johnson went off on.
Yeah,
I could have swore we lost to the Panthers.
we went undefeated. If we were
We
in the
lost
South,
to the Panthers, dude.
Andy
no,
Dalton?
we didn't.
No,
Oh,
it wasn't
no, we
Andy
lost to
Dalton.
the
It was Sam
Jets.
Darnold.
We lost to the Jets.
Yes, we lost to the entire AFC.
That's what it was.
East.
Yeah.
Beat the entire NFC
Yeah.
South, which is really frustrating
That is frustrating.
because we would have been in the playoffs comfortably if we were in the NFC South,
Yes. Comfortably.
and we weren't in the playoffs because of the
We
AFC
won one
East.
game.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco lost
It's
us.
Joe Flacco still
I would have
fucking the
done
Steelers.
it. If I was him, I would have done it too.
Years
They
later,
probably lost on purpose. He's
I
like,
would've.
watch
I
this.
would've.
yeah, years later, still fucking us over.
I would have. If I was in his shoes, I'd be like, I'm not having a good game today, guys.
All right, so pick an offensive tackle, first pick. Second pick, trade away for Jalen Ramsey, which is probably going to include our fourth or fifth pick if we even have one. I can't remember what picks
Is this
we
our
have.
dream draft? What we're doing right here, is this our dream draft of what we're
Yeah.
going to do?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay. So let's just say old boy from
Yeah.
Georgia. We're taking what's his name?
Broderick James,
James. We're taking him from
pretty
Georgia,
sure.
first pick.
Or maybe it's Broderick Jones.
We're taking him first pick. Second pick, we're trading away to the Rams
Yep. Getting Ramsey.
for Ramsey. Third pick,
We get a receiver.
Jalen Carter,
no, you wait till the fourth round to
Jalen
get a
Car-
receiver. That's where the money receivers are.
the Carter guy from Georgia that's in trouble. That's who we'll pick.
Who?
The Carter guy that is in trouble right now in Georgia.
For what?
And what do you do?
He may or may not have been involved in like vehicular manslaughter.
Oh, Ray Lewis.
May
I
or
love
may
it.
not have.
I love it. Ray Lewis status.
But he literally went from a like top 5 pick to now teams are like, ooh, we don't know about him. But the Steelers are linked to liking him because they think
So-
they can handle him.
We have, in round 1, pick 17.
right.
Round 2, pick 32. That's thanks to Miami and the Tom Brady thing. Round 2 again, pick 49. Round 3, pick 80. Round 4, pick 120. Round 7, 236. Round 7, 243.
We got a lot of picks.
So we have good picks in the second round. We basically have 2 first-round picks.
Yeah. So you trade one.
Yep.
You take a linebacker with the third pick.
Okay, I agree with that.
Dude, picking up a DB in the draft, we just suck at it so bad.
Yeah,
Artie
who was the
Burns.
last good
oh God, Artie
defensive
Burns.
player we drafted? Shazier.
No, we drafted Bush.
Yeah,
It
he
was
was good
Bush.
for 1 year, I guess.
He was. His rookie
Yeah, he
year
was
is
phenomenal.
really good.
What was the other linebacker we drafted high? We traded up for him, Jarvis Jones.
Oh yeah, that was a bust. That was one of the
that's
biggest
so
busts.
painful.
I guess we got Watt. That was
That's one
the best.
side. We got rid of Dupree. I don't agree with that.
Do you think we'd get
100%.
him back?
He's linked.
He's
linked
available.
to coming back.
we could get him back. And that
Just
dude,
for
when
depth.
he was in there,
Just
look
for
at
depth.
TJ's stats.
Yeah,
Because
ridiculous.
he played the same style
Yeah.
that he had.
But
one
he can
move and it
sit
was speed.
behind Highsmith and Watt, and
I like-
he can. That's good depth. I think Bud Dupree is a good depth.
I like Highsmith for his pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much on the covering capabilities, which
I don't
call me
even remember
crazy
seeing him
or
cover.
progressive, if you will, but the Steelers need to abandon their 3-4 zone blitz defense.
Yep, that needed to go away when Dick LeBeau left.
We're trying to cover slot receivers with outside linebackers.
Never works.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
It's
or
killing
tight
us.
ends that are way too fast.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
carve us up.
Tight ends and slot receivers. I just remember all the time the Steelers playing the Patriots and they're still trying to cover. Oh, what was his name?
Hogan,
No, not even Hogan.
Which team?
Edelman.
Edelman. Yeah.
We're trying to cover Edelman with outside linebackers in the middle of the field, and we're just getting destroyed, and we just keep doing it. And then we run zone against Tom Brady, and it's like that's the worst defense you can run against him.
So, back to the draft. With the third pick, we'd be getting a linebacker. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then our fourth pick. I don't know. How high does Jordan Addison rank on the draft right now? Because he's
out of USC?
wanting to really, really come and play with Pickett. No, it's Pickett's buddy.
Yeah,
Addison.
he's a wide receiver. He's high.
Would he be someone that we'd want to draft with our third pick?
I mean, I do, but
no.
I've seen him play.
Maybe. They're so... Dude, the receiver pool's so deep.
I know,
though.
and we always find the receivers.
Just
'cause there's so
today,
many
he says,
of 'em.
"Come get me" to
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Says, "Come get me."
Yeah,
He wants to play. I mean, okay, think of the dream scenario that could happen with this. You know how Burrow and Chase were teammates, played phenomenal together at LSU. Now they're teammates again in Cincinnati, playing phenomenal. It could be the exact same
Yeah.
story.
Bro, that Cincinnati offense is ridiculous, though.
It is.
You're looking at T. Higgins.
Yeah,
It's a number one receiver.
Which would be George Pickens.
exactly.
And then
Jamar Chase became the number one receiver there, right? The first.
right. And T. Higgins is money. And then you have one of the best, probably the best receiving back out of the backfield right now, anyhow.
Mhm.
You have that. You have
You got Boyd, Mr. Dependable.
you have decent tight end.
So back to Johnson. if we were to get Jordan Addison and he actually played like Jamar Chase, I can see Johnson going all the way to third.
Oh, wait a minute.
I can see that happening.
So you're saying, isn't that what I was saying earlier? We
Yes.
pick up a number 2 and he goes number 3 and you say,
No,
we have to find an
You-
all-star of a
you-
receiver.
you said he was already number 3, and we needed a number 2.
he is a number 3.
He's not a number
Not
3.
technically, physically. His talents are that of a
No.
number 3.
I
No,
opened up the rabbit hole.
Okay,
again,
but
didn't I?
what you just said, he goes, in that situation, we pick up a rookie. And the first thing you said is,
and I'm saying if he
Pickens
plays like
doesn't have
Jamar
the
Chase.
experience. Now you're saying a rookie
Jamar Chase
comes
is
in?
probably top 5.
Because you know he is deep down, he's a number 3. You two sat here and treated me like a radical.
he is not number 3. No,
Yeah, he is.
Not right now.
no.
When he is a receiver, like, I hope they throw it to him, and neither of you two can sit there and say, like, I really hope they throw it to him right now. You two were standing with me in this garage like, oh, God, I hope he catches
Yeah,
it.
because
oh, God,
when
I
it's
hope he
really
goes to the
important, it better go to
sticks.
Muth.
And we wanted
Everyone says throw to Muth. It's third and like 8. Throw to Muth. Throw to Muth.
Yeah, a tight end.
Yeah, Mr. Dependable.
Pickens to Pickens
Is Muth a top 10 tight end in the NFL?
in my heart.
In your heart. Okay. Yeah,
In my
your
heart.
That's a Penn State guy.
There it is.
In my
bias
heart.
again. Is he a top 10 tight end in the NFL?
Yes. Who's better? I said top 10. Okay,
Top
so
10.
who's better?
List off.
we know the obvious ones.
Right.
Waller, Kelsey. I don't really know anymore. Who else is there?
Knox.
Yeah,
Knox.
he is a top.
George Kittle,
Okay, Kittle.
Dallas
sorry.
Goedert, Mark Andrews,
Okay, so that he's what?
Mike Gesicki, T.J. Hawkinson, Evan Ingram started to play lights out last year with the Jags. He did really good.
What about Knox?
Knox, I don't even see him on this list.
Yeah, but you've
So-
seen him play.
Kelly said he's
All right,
15.
pull up
Who
the
is?
top 10.
Muth.
Fryermuth's 15th on Google.
With Matt Canada.
Oh,
And
my
Kenny
God.
Pickett. A rookie. Not anymore.
For the
But
top 5.
Yeah.
Like the disparity between tight end
Like,
and caliber.
Obviously,
Okay, sure, you're right. You're right. But in that case, right, because it drops off so far, and you're still saying throw to your tight end over your number one wide receiver, you wouldn't say that on the Bengals. You want him to throw to Jamar Chase every time, T. Higgins every time. You would never be like, oh, man, I really hope.
I don't know.
well, their tight end is like 3 different people at a time. They don't have a set number one.
And I love Muth. I do. But the fact that, because he's coming out of his second year.
Plug your
what's
mics
wrong?
back in or something. I don't know what's going on with the mic, but I couldn't hear you for a
Oh,
minute.
sorry.
I think it's the plug-in because
is
I
it?
lost
Pull
my.
it?
I didn't pull it.
Try
We're getting through the trial runs.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good now.
there you go. You're back.
Oh,
Just
okay.
don't move ever.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we figured
Yeah.
it out.
I heard it.
See, like I
Um,
said, we're going
But I'm just
through
saying the
technical
fact that we're like throw it
difficulties.
to Muth over him, but you wouldn't say that over Pickens because you would say it's PP time.
It's pee time. Yeah.
You wouldn't throw it to him. You were never, which.
But
and
by
you're-
the
and
way,
you're-
guys,
he's
just
number 2.
just for our
yeah.
new listeners, PP time is Kenny Pickett to George Pickens. It's Pickett to Pickens,
it's
PP
PP
time.
time.
and it works.
We're gonna get T-shirts
Yeah.
that say that. It's
Absolutely.
gonna say cold as steel. It's PP time.
With the pigeons on the field.
Pigeon power.
Pigeon
Pigeon
power.
power.
Steelers even got on that.
Yeah, that's
on
actually-
that
Yeah,
bandwagon.
pigeon power. It's PP time.
That is a thing. There's pigeon shirts.
We're undefeated with the pigeons
Undefeated.
Yeah.
and our chips. We'll bring up the
Chips?
chips.
Oh yeah,
From
we'll talk
time
about
to
that
time.
on
We
the
have
podcast.
A bag of chips we brought over at the beginning of the year, just as like for
No, it was like week 5 when those ones showed up.
yeah, it was like just for dip,
Turning point.
and then we didn't open them because we had enough chips, but then we won. And every time we brought those chips over, we won. And then we decided we're not going to open the chips because they were good luck. They were money.
Yeah, and they're
right
still
after
sitting
we
right there.
decided that, we started to lose.
What do you mean?
I thought we lost a couple right after we decided that. They're the lucky chips.
Well, I know, but like when we decided they were lucky, that's when we went on the streak.
That's true.
That's when we went on the streak.
Yep.
And it's like,
We also had to move them from there to here. 'cause
Yeah.
somebody wasn't here.
Man, see, I got so much hate for going to hanging out with my family. And
We're your family.
yeah, you guys are.
You went to a K-pop concert. It's not like you went to Christmas. You know, it's not like you're like, hey guys, I got you. You treat
Yeah,
us like
but I
we're
spent it with my
monsters.
family. It was a memorable trip.
It's not okay. It's not like you're like, hey.
It was a
guys.
lot better than having to sit on the couch and be depressed watching the Steelers
We
lose to the
won.
Bengals. No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we
Yes,
lost.
we
You guys
did.
lost to the Bengals.
No, we won.
Or
No,
won.
we were in this garage when we lost to the Bengals.
No, I remember watching. Who was it then?
No, we got destroyed by the Bengals. We were here. Baby girl, we lost like 5 games in a row in this
Oh my
garage.
God! What? I'm pulling up the schedule. Hold on. I don't
yeah,
agree
pull
with.
up your plane tickets too. Go hang out with your family. Yeah.
I remember because it was right around the same time Thanksgiving was.
It wasn't okay. Don't say it like that. Like it was Thanksgiving where you went to go see your family. We're monsters.
November 20th. Who did we play? The Bengals. 37 to
Is
30.
that
We
the-
lost.
And you weren't here.
I was not here. No.
Are you sure? Pull up your calendar.
Pretty sure.
You're pretty sure.
I got.
I want to say we were in this garage watching.
I remember. I was on my laptop watching it in L.A.
I think he's full of shit.
There were so many
What are you
ups and
saying, Jeremy?
downs.
Yeah. You were only gone for what, 2 games?
November
right?
He missed
18th.
3.
That was when we were there. Let's see. There's pulling up some memories. At the concert, November 20th.
All right.
So,
yeah.
So Steeler Nation, it's Steven's fault
And
that we lost.
then I left again to a wedding,
We won that one.
and we won that one.
And then you went to Oregon.
That was the
Oh, was
one
that the wedding?
Yep.
Okay. Who got married?
My best friend Dylan.
Not
Shout out
important.
to Dylan
Not
and
important.
Tevin.
He's not family. He's not.
You're not friends with
I don't
him?
even know Dylan. I feel like an asshole. I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm sorry. But anyhow, I digress back to it's your fault we didn't make the playoffs. I don't know what else to say about that.
I'm cool with blaming Joe Flacco.
But you missed the Ravens Steelers second matchup.
You know, technically, I didn't miss it. I watched some of it while I was at the wedding.
Didn't he run in before one of the games or something?
What are you talking about?
We were at your house.
What game was that? Because you missed 3, but you came back like. the
I
tail
did
end
miss
of
too.
one
I
of
was
them.
busy last year.
I know.
That's why whenever we were talking about the podcast, I told him I was like, we can't.
You were
Like,
there?
Jeremy was there.
Because that was the game. That was the week we had like
Oh, he came over. We were watching the Dallas game after, I think.
maybe.
I tried to watch it on the plane. It was the Saints. We played the Saints. I remember that.
Game.
It was November 13th. That's right, because I went on a trip and I was like, sorry, boys, I'm going to miss this game. And then I was like, sorry, I'm going to miss next game too. And you guys were mad at me. I remember now.
Okay. As long as everyone knows
Yeah.
what
Well-
you did.
What I did?
I strategically don't leave the state during football season because I know that I have.
Oh, really? Let's see. What was the game you missed?
I didn't miss a game.
You went to Fresno to watch the bowl. Wasn't that one of the games you missed?
Yeah, it was a Saturday, you fool.
Yeah, but you didn't get back until...
I flew back after.
No, we were texting you. You were gone to Panthers game. That's why you have no memory of Deontay Johnson
I was watching
doing
the
phenomenal.
game at LAX.
Yeah.
But we won, so it was fine.
We won versus Baltimore when I was gone, and the Saints. We lost one game while I was gone.
It was a big game.
Yeah, it's a big game. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
and we lost 0 games.
We could have
while I
beat
was
the
gone.
Jets. We could have beat the Browns. We could have beat the Patriots.
Could
Any
be a
of
lot
them.
the Patriots and Browns, I think, were the biggest ones. It was like, damn, we should have won those games.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure. I'm not 100% upset by last season, going back to the original question, but this year's like we can only go forward. We're not going to stay the same. It's either we're going to go forward and just fall flat on our faces. That's how I feel about that.
For
feel
this
confident.
upcoming season?
Huh?
For the upcoming season?
Yeah. Because you still have Matt Canada. You have all those issues.
Yeah.
I feel confident.
But we
I
have
think
a
he's
more
gonna-
experienced Pickett. We have a full offseason with him being the number one. We don't have Trubisky stealing his number one reps.
But is Pickett going to go through the sophomore slump like you said earlier?
It's something that I worry about
Every day.
every day.
Roethlisberger.
I lose
didn't-
sleep over it.
Roethlisberger won a Super Bowl in his second year.
See?
It's
There's
true.
that too.
Yeah.
We have a lot of the puzzle pieces. I think if we just have a good draft, find that one missing puzzle piece, which is basically a middle linebacker in a corner.
We don't have our GM anymore.
Yeah.
That hurts. Who is our GM?
That's a great
Con?
question, Kelly.
What's his name?
Con.
Con?
Yeah. He was like a hire within.
Oh, like they
Just-
didn't headhunt.
Yeah,
they
the
just went
Steelers.
with
That's
the
just
no-
what we do.
Well, we lost. I think we lost a couple coaches this year too.
Flores, right? We lost Flores officially.
Was
I think so.
Who is it?
okay.
Oh,
Kling?
Omar Khan.
Yeah, he hired within because that's what the Steelers do.
But I think we lost another defensive coach too.
Yes, we did. I can't think of his. Oh, he He retired though, didn't he?
Yeah, he's old. He's
Austin?
big old.
Tyrell Austin or something?
Yeah. And we still got, but don't worry, guys. We got old Mike Tomlin still.
Yeah, we lost.
We'll always have Mike Tomlin.
He's never going to leave.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't need to.
Just get used to it.
Yeah.
Even though he underachieved
never-
for the
never
past
gonna have a losing
15
record.
years.
Think of all the fans out there that would just cry every year because they just lose. I mean,
Cowboys.
I guess we've technically done the
I mean-
same thing after we make the playoffs.
I feel that it's the same thing to go 0-17 as it is to lose in the Super Bowl.
All right, Mike Tomlin is gonna have his own podcast episode because there's probably a lot we could get into there.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
we are lucky. I think we are
About
lucky.
what?
Because look at the Cowboys. Look at the Browns.
Should we end our pilot and we'll start up talking about Mike Tomlin?
I think so because
We could ramble on with Mike for a long time. I
For
think we're
coaching?
about close to an hour now.
Right. Yeah, that should do.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be our next. I just love it. I was like, look at the Cowboys.
I mean, it's true though. We get into coaching carousel next episode.
There you go.
Ooh, I like
it.
that.
Coaching carousel.
That's good.
Guys, thank you for listening. Please follow us on YouTube. We'll have the video posted so you guys can listen to it. And we'll try and get on other links, I guess, to Spotify. And
Video coming soon.
absolutely.
We're working on it. Bear with us. We appreciate the few fans that we have at the moment. We're going to get more, but we really appreciate everything.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Follow us on Instagram. Cold as Steel.
AK.
AKA.
Don't forget the AK at the end.
Yes.
Also, we have a Facebook and a
Yeah.
TikTok.
TikTok. That's where it's at.
Yep.
All right.
I'm good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
That's good.